Talia had imagined seeing Jisoo again, but never like this. Not with daylight warming the streets. Not with crowds moving peacefully instead of threatening. Not with her heart beating loud enough to drown out the city. Standing beside him on the subway felt unreal. The overhead bar was cool beneath her fingers, but the warmth of his body, just inches away, felt like something she wasn't sure she was allowed to want. Each time the train swayed, their sleeves brushed, and she held her breath without meaning to. Jisoo noticed. "You okay?" he asked with a soft smile, the kind that made her chest feel unsafe. She nodded a little too fast. "I'm good. Just, still getting used to everything." He tilted his head, studying her. "You will. Seoul is hard on newcomers. It was hard on me too." That surprised her. He seemed like someone who'd been carved out of the city itself, steady, composed, unbothered. "You?" she asked softly. "Really?" He chuckled. "I got lost for 3 hours on my first day of college, in my own city." Talia snorted. She didn't mean to, it just escaped. Jisoo's grin widened instantly. "I like that sound," he said quietly. Her cheeks warmed. The train slowed, then stopped. As they stepped out, the sun washed over them, cool but bright. Talia blinked against it. Everything felt sharper. Cleaner. "Come," Jisoo said gently, guiding her with a tilt of his shoulder. "Let's get food before you pass out." They passed street vendors and convenience stores and cafes with fogged-up windows. The smell of chestnuts and sweet bread made Talia's stomach growl. Loudly. Jisoo looked at her. "Was that you?" She covered her face. "Oh my God." He burst out laughing. "Okay, we're getting food now." Immediately. They stopped at a tiny cafe squeezed between 2 clothing shops. Inside, the warmth wrapped around them. Soft piano music played from an old speaker. The cashier greeted them with a cheerful bow. Jisoo ordered, then nodded for her to pick a seat. She chose a table by the window, where sunlight poured in like gold. He returned a moment later with 2 steaming drinks and a plate of warm pastries. "Try this," he said, sliding the sweeter drink toward her. "I thought you might like something comforting." She took a tentative sip. Her eyes widened. "This is..." She stalled, searching for the right word. "Ridiculously good." He beamed like he'd won a prize. They talked. Really talked. Nothing heavy at first, just pieces of life. Her confusion with Korean signs. His embarrassing middle school haircut. Her favorite Nigerian snacks. His dream of traveling but never having the time. At one point, he leaned in and whispered, "You bowed to a 5-year-old?" Talia groaned and covered her face again. He nearly choked from laughing. But slowly, the conversation softened. Quieted. Became honest. He looked down at his cup before asking, "Were you scared? That night?" Talia swallowed. Her fingers tightened around the warm ceramic. "I was," she admitted. "More than I wanted to admit." Jisoo's eyes lifted to hers, warm, gentle, and something else she couldn't name. "You don't have to be scared anymore." His voice dropped to almost a whisper. "Not while I'm here." Her breath caught. The sincerity in his eyes felt like something she wasn't prepared for. Silence settled between them, comfortable this time. After they finished their pastries, they headed back outside. The air was crisp, the sky pale blue. Jisoo walked just slightly closer than before. Their arms brushed again. This time, he didn't pull away. And neither did she. "Ready?" he asked. "For what?" "The best part." He didn't explain. He just started walking, and she followed. Past shops, street musicians, groups of friends laughing in the cold. He led her to a small park overlooking the Han River. Winter trees stood bare but beautiful. The water reflected the gray-blue sky. Talia exhaled softly. It's peaceful. It's my favorite place, Jisoo said. He glanced at her. I wanted to share it with you. The words were simple. But something in her heart shifted. They walked slowly along the riverside path. Wind brushed her scarf. Birds skimmed the water. Cyclists passed with tiny bicycle bells. At one point, Jisoo looked at her profile and said quietly, "You look less tired today." Talia bit her lip. "I feel less alone today." She didn't know why she said it. But she didn't regret it. Jisoo's steps slowed to a stop. He turned to her, really turned, fully, his head tilted down just enough to meet her eyes. "You're not alone," he said. Not as comfort, not as a promise, but as a truth he fully believed. Her chest tightened. She wasn't sure what scared her more. The idea that he meant it. Or the idea that she wanted him to. A breeze curled between them. Her scarf fluttered. He reached instinctively. Then stopped himself halfway, hand hovering. Talia's breath trembled. Jisoo stepped back, smiling gently, grounding the moment instead of breaking it. "Come on," he said softly. "There's more to show you." They walked again, but something between them had changed. A thin, electric thread pulling them closer with each step. By the time the sun began to lower, the skyline glowing orange, Talia realized something terrifying. This city wasn't just opening up to her. Her heart was. And she didn't know if she was ready for the way it felt. If you're loving Lost in Seoul, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Episode 7, the final episode, is where everything changes.